imagine the ones who keep acting attached to leech. I am no pastor, but actually preaching. Look up these lyrics and actually read. That was where it all began. Had to put in work. Every day we got it in. We chased all our dreams and now they can't believe it. We make it look easy.
Welcome back to another episode of the Porch Podcast. I'm your boy D Jones, aka Bolo. You know when I'm pulling up to the porch, y'all. I can't pull up without my dog, D Nail, D Nice, Big Smitty. You know how we doing, brother? How you doing?
Hey, I'm looking good, man. I'm feeling good. The arm's getting a little big. I've been in that weight room, Bolo. I'm going to Mexico next week. I didn't tell you that.
Oh yeah. So you getting right. I mean,
right.
I always tell people too, like, I mean, what you got is what you got, though. You got a week. So hey, you had to been working.
Whatever it is what it is. But I will say this. My body, I am blessed with being able to like lose weight, gain weight, or add a little bit of definition in a short amount of time. If I really wanted to like lose 5 pounds real quick, I have the ability to do that because I don't leave till next Thursday. So I got like a full week. You know what I'm saying?
Full week.
So I
but you don't want to be miserable though. You know what I'm saying? I feel like what you would do would pretty much put you in and like, damn, you about to go on vacation, bro. So you gotta go with some good energy, bro. Gotta feel good.
I look good, man. I feel good, man. How you doing, brother, man? God is good. We here on the porch again. We brought back another special legendary guest for all our audio listeners. You will hear the person's name here shortly. But Bolo, how you feeling right now, man?
Man, bless, highly favored, 10 toes down, man. Time is moving, man. We in April. I know we in May. I'm sorry. We in May right now. Look at you. That's what I'm saying. I blinked and we sitting in May right now. So
it's almost 2025, bro. I'm trying to look back. I'm like, we were just making our New Year's, like, you know, resolution and we going to do this and that. I'm going to be real. I haven't done what I said I was going to do yet.
You know what? I need some more time. I'm still in motion, though. I'm still in motion. You know what I mean? I ain't completed. We still got a little time left. So we'll see. We halfway there, though.
Yes, sir. We can just keep working, man. That's life, man. It's a marathon, like Nipsey Hussle said. So
1,000%.
But before we move on, before we introduce our special guest, we got to shout out our brand sponsor, man, Bet Online. It is playoff season right now in the NBA. UFL's going on. Baseball's going on. It's playoffs in the hockey as well. So for all you sports betting fans, betonline.ag is the place to go. Make sure you go to Bet Online and type in promo code BELIEVE. That's BLEAV to get your 50% plus welcome bonus. But without further ado, one of the best guests we've ever had, one of the highest viewed episodes we've ever had too on the porch, if you guys didn't know that. Back here on the porch for a second time, ready for another legendary episode. One of the legends in the adult film industry. She's your favorite MILF or stepmom or nurse or doctor or whatever you like. She's your favorite. The one and only Sara Jay. Welcome back to the porch.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Yes. How we doing today?
Really good. Yeah.
Take it.
It's been I think over a year since the last time we spoken with you, and every time we see you though, it just gets better. The camera lighting is better. Your setup was already better. You got the fresh braids. I feel like you just flourishing right now. I can feel the energy through the screen, Sarah.
You know, I feel really good, so I'm glad you're getting it.
Love it. How's your 2024 going so far? I know we've just talked about
2024 is amazing. It's been like just really interesting, and this is going to be like one of those years that is like changing, like I'm just having this like very butterfly moment, like the whole cocoon situation, everything's changing.
I love that.
Nice.
I love
that. Yeah.
That's it's all about growth and trying to just get that good feeling, that that butterfly feeling. I think we've all had that feeling at some point, or one point or another. It's kind of hard to describe, but you just when everything just going right and going in the right direction, I think, you often get that feeling. And you're doing a lot right now, too. I know you have your own CBD brand. Obviously, you have your own website as well. I think is it sarajayvideos.com for everyone to...
Sara Jay Videos is my store, but I also have a site, sarajay.com.
Nice.
So, hey, businesswoman right here, always hustling. So, again, so a pleasure to have you on here. And I think last time you were here, we didn't have this segment, but we have a somewhat brand new segment, I would say brand new at least to you, called What's Your Response? And this is honestly one of my favorite parts of the entire show, where we're able to pass it to my guy Bolo. he brings in a unique situation from whether it's a story from someone he knows or something he saw online, what have you, and we will all respond to the scenario. So, Bolo, I'm gonna pass to you, my brother. I'm excited to
Okay.
hear today. What's your response? Take it away.
Perfect. Appreciate you, bro. So this one is unique, Porch family. And Sarah, I think you will appreciate this one too. So I'll read you the details of which the anonymous fan sent in, and then we want you just to give your response to that scenario. Cool.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. So this guy has been dating his girlfriend for the past year and a half. She works for a firm that has been invited, and then the guy actually invited her to a wedding. So they were coworkers. So she was invited to a wedding, right? So with that being said, she could bring a plus one. So the plus
Okay.
one is the boyfriend, right?
Okay.
So the boyfriend doesn't know a lot about the people she works with. So he just thinks that he's going obviously to a wedding. He can dress up. He can, just, have a good time with his lady. So as the day
Do you
comes
know what her
closer,
job is?
so she works for a firm, like, so she's in like the finance space.
Okay.
Yeah, so she's in the finance space right now. So going back to the boyfriend, as the day comes closer, he decided to do some research on the bride and the groom to obviously see who they are before he actually gets there. So he looked up the bride and the groom, and he finds out that the groom, soon to be wife, is his ex-girlfriend.
The
Okay.
bride, you mean? Oh, the girl,
Yes.
yeah. The girl.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
got it.
Right.
Oh.
So he went obviously on Instagram, looked at, obviously who's the bride, who's the groom, and he noticed that the bride, right, is his ex-girlfriend. He doesn't know these people. He doesn't know anything about the
Well, he knows
situation.
he knows the bride.
He knows the bride,
He knows
right?
that
So he knows the
now.
bride, right?
Gotcha.
So with that
Yeah.
situation, he's already in a relationship right now, though. So
Sure.
he stopped dating her shortly after he got with his current girlfriend. So he
Right.
was still with her for a little bit of time before he got with his while he was with his current girlfriend, right?
Okay.
So he mentioned that he did her bad. They shared an apartment, and he ended up breaking off the relationship and ghosting her and leaving her with the lease. So now that he knows that his ex-girlfriend is the bride, he's nervous about either telling his girlfriend the truth or attending the wedding. What's your response?
Okay, you gotta tell the girlfriend. The girlfriend, if she's a real girl, like if she's really on your squad, she's gonna be like, "Oh, baby, we ain't going to that.
Mm,
Oh,
We
we
ain't
ain't
going to
going
that,
in there.
babe." Yeah. No, you definitely have to tell your girl because that'll create you like bond stronger and stuff. And it's not like you didn't really do anything wrong. Like she didn't even need to know that you did anything like even gray area.
right.
And you just be like, look, like this is my ex, and I don't really feel comfortable going. And if your girl's really your girl, she's gonna be like, nah, we ain't going to that.
Yeah,
Man,
I actually agree with that, Sarah. I think this is one of the easier ones on the man to just say, "Hey, this is my ex," or whatever. I found out,
Yeah,
but I
sure.
will say it could be complicated on his girl because now she has to like go tell her coworker, "Hey, thanks for the invite, but I have to pass." And like,
No,
she
you just say I got COVID. That's what everybody says now, right?
you like fucking legends.
is that still a thing? I didn't know that was still
It's
going on.
definitely still a thing. Like, yeah, you just be like, I got COVID. Sorry, I ain't coming.
I feel that. Now, Sarah, let me ask you this though. I'm looking at it from a different lens. So, what if the actual girlfriend is looking at the situation in a whole different way? Like, damn, why did you leave your girl dirty? Like, why did you leave your last girlfriend dirty? Like, would you care about that of how like the last relationship ended, or are you just cool with
No,
that?
honestly, no. And I've been in situations where different people bring out different things in you. And it may have been like 2 years ago when you were a little less mature, or it may have just been a situation where this lady, this other girl might not have been what you needed and might not have brought out the right things in you, you know?
I feel that.
That's
I
real.
like that. That's an interesting perspective.
Yeah, like that's something you always have to remember. Like different things are brought out by different people, you know, like I might treat you dirty, but I might treat your boy like real good
Mm,
because you're a dick and your boy is kind of cool to me. You know, like it did like literally different things just bring out different things in people.
You know, She dropping gems early. The show
Easy.
just started.
Easy.
She's already dropping gems like that, Bolo.
That's wild. But I think though sometimes though, like if I'm looking at this girl treat this guy wrong, right? Some people, would steer away from that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, damn, I don't want her to treat me bad either. But like for you to say, even people who treat people bad treat people good, looking at it from that light is
of course.
crazy.
I don't know. I've seen that too many times where like the like relationship is just wrong. Like it's not one person or the other. It's just like the whole thing is just like not it. And you get those two separate people in the right relationship and they flourish.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So you don't care about so you saying like you don't care about a man's past before you date him?
Not necessarily. I mean, it's nice to know and like kind of like maybe dog ear, like 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 put a pin in it kind of vibe, but like no, not necessarily because I might be a different individual that brings out different things in him.
That's true.
Maybe I'm
Right?
not so restrictive. Maybe I'm, like a lot of women are very controlling and restrictive and insecure. And those are things that I don't really possess. So maybe my vibe will bring out something different in, my partner.
Yeah,
that's cool. Point. And that's optimistically, like just kind of looking at it, right? Because I feel like there's a lot of times where I would just assume that most women will look at it on the other end, and base certain scenarios or situations based upon how it was done previously. You know what I'm saying?
But we're not all the same. We're all different individuals. Men are different, women are different, and we interact very differently.
Yeah. It's a good point, man. Bringing that up, I never would have thought about that angle because you often hear too that like the phrase "how you got her" or "how you got him" is how you'll lose her. You know what I'm saying? Meaning, so like for example, like let's say your current guy, if you're a girl, let's say your current boyfriend cheated on their ex to get with you, right? So now the mindset is like, well, shit, he might cheat on you to get with the next girl. So you know what I mean? But like you said, Sarah makes that good point where like. That's not necessarily true. Like people change, people mature, people bump their head in one relationship and then learn from it and then get better in the next one. And I mean, it's kind of like life though, Bolo, right? Like just because you did something a couple years ago don't mean you're that guy or
it defines you.
That don't define you. Exactly.
Not only does it not define you, but literally like my vibe and like my energy could affect your energy. Like maybe you appreciate the way that I am to the point that you are a better human.
Damn. Ooh,
wow.
That's some deep
stuff. Like we all like affect each other differently.
Yeah. That's real. Because the people in your life that bring out the best in you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I feel
you
that.
also know the people that bring out the worst in you.
Right.
That's true. We all got triggers, and sometimes the wrong people is in your circle. They'll hit those triggers repeatedly, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so,
like perfect example is like that girl that kind of like joke with you, but like those jokes are like little like painful.
Yeah,
and
like
makes you like be able
almost,
to her sometimes, and maybe you joke with her a little bit too harsh. And then y'all got this like weird little like ha 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 thing going back and forth. Well, not everybody has that. And like you with somebody else who's just like sweet and kind and nice and like honest, you might be a totally different human being, like
facts.
That's facts, man. I love that angle, man. That's why I love the segment so much because you never know what you're gonna get. And definitely excited to hear from our Porch fans, our audio listeners or video listeners. If you're watching on YouTube or Caffeine, make sure you comment below. Obviously, audio wise, leave a review, or you're watching on Instagram, wherever you're watching, let us know your thoughts and your angle on this for sure, man. So now, Bolo, I appreciate you for bringing on that. What's your response? Transitioning here a little bit to you, Sarah, and kind of diving into what I guess one of our first topics that we want to discuss with you rather is the value of a man. And reason why we're talking about that is I feel like just especially social media, you see a lot of these hypothetical scenarios and questions of what a man's value is, what they bring to the table in a relationship, especially in the age where, let's call it what it is, women are bosses now. Women are making just as, or if not more money than men. And for the longest, money was like the main thing. Your man has to be the provider. If you're not the breadwinner, then you're not a real man. Whereas today, I don't know if that conversation still holds true. But I guess we'll start off with this, man. Like, I guess what do you, how do you look at value when it comes to a man? I'll start there.
You know, I have to say that I am not every woman. So what I say is not go across the board for every woman. Every woman is looking for something different.
Mhm.
Every woman is looking for something that complements them or fills their needs. And what I look for in a man is you know, I'm a pretty intense person sometimes, and so I always like somebody to make me laugh. I think that like a lot of girls want somebody to make them laugh, you know, and kind of like make things not as intense and make life a little bit more fun and bring joy to life a little bit more, you know. And you know, sometimes that can be like the man is intense and then the woman is like light, or the other way around. But I think that you need to find a partner, whether it's a man or a woman or whatever,
Yeah.
that complements you, you know, somebody that gets you and that like also just makes life better, you know, like a lot of times, like, you know, women get really focused on what a guy can bring to the table as far as like financially and you know, like their job and
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff. But that's not me. That's not like I'm good on my own. Like I am fully functioning as a human adult all by myself.
Sarah say I got money, y'all. So I already don't.
I don't need nothing
I
else.
already need your money, you know.
For real.
Yeah, no, I'm not looking for money. I'm actually looking for somebody, and I'm not looking because I have a man, but I would look for somebody who doesn't need my money, but also who I can provide something for, and he can provide something for me. It doesn't have to be money. There's so many other needs and wants that we all have, you know, whether it's like sexually or emotionally. And if you can find somebody that fulfills the needs that you have, but be careful about that money thing. And you know, that's like one of those things that I see as somebody who could care less about money, I see all the time. And guys are very flashy with money sometimes, you know, and when you're like that, be careful because you're going to attract people who are attracted to that.
Right.
And like me personally, I just, you know, I want somebody who makes me laugh and like accepts me and makes me feel good about like all of my days, you know?
Yeah, I love that. I love that. You know,
Yeah.
like you said, you are definitely unique when it comes to women, because a lot of women, first thing come out their mouth, man, is how much you making. If you ain't making X
Well, you
amount,
really need to
don't talk
worry
to
about
me.
how much you're making. That's the way I feel. Like
Ooh,
before you worry about how much he's
I
making,
like
worry about
that.
how much you're making, you know? Like maybe you should focus on that because that's where you're going to get your self-worth from.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And and I feel like from what I've heard or what I've seen in the media, that's just your opinion is way different. And I can appreciate that just because, you know, obviously in the dating space, right? And when you look at, you know, different blogs and stuff, they paint a picture that's not reality that people chase. So it comes with these superficial ideas of what a great man should look like, you know, even what a great woman should look like too. So a lot of these relationships are kind of being created based upon like false narratives.
Yeah, you know, I have spent a lot of my life being very concerned about my career and my income. And because of that, excuse me, because of that,
Good.
I've been able to um kind of like really get self-worth and um I don't have to depend on anybody. You know, I don't
Mhm.
need anybody for financial reasons. When I need somebody, it's because I need emotional support, I need encouragement, I need sex. You know, I need acceptance, I need like all these like mental things that have nothing to do with money.
Love
Gotcha.
that.
I love that. That's real. Now that's real. One thing, and Bolo, I don't want to like completely go off topic here, but one thing that you mentioned that made me think of this kind of question is that you're currently in a relationship. Now, you ain't obviously don't have to give the details of who and all that. That's your personal business. But just considering that you are someone who, correct if I'm wrong, you're still active in the industry, correct? You still make.
I am absolutely.
So
Yeah.
how does that work? I guess with your relationship, is something that your partner just doesn't care at all? Is your partner in the industry as well? Kind of give us that overview of how that works for you.
So my partner's not in the industry. And he fully gets it though. Like he fully understands my job. He fully understands everything I do and everything I am.
Yeah.
He's been watching me his whole life, just like most of you have, like whether I work with that's one of those things that like people ask me all the time, do I fuck fans? And it's like, you realize that my coworkers are fans. I've been doing this 24 years. So everybody that I have sex with is a fan.
Yeah.
So it's like one of those things where he's like, he's honored to be with me, but also he gets it. Like he gets why I do the things that I do. And he sees how people respond to me. He fully gets everything that Sara Jay. And that's like an understanding that is very appreciated.
Wow. That's dope. That's dope. Shout out to your man.
Yeah. He's good. He's good.
Yeah, I love that. That's dope, well, for sure. And if I had to guess, and you ain't got to respond, but based upon our last episode about a year and a half ago, I remember we had the topic of you often in your scenes have sex with the brother for whatever reason. You do with everybody, but you like the brother. You also like, if it ain't a brother, you like just foreigners. You said a statement, something along the lines of you don't mind having sex with a white guy at all, but oftentimes, I think you said it's almost like doing it with a family member or something like that. Like,
I like to mix it up. So
if I had to guess, her dude probably is closer to our skin tone, Bolo, but I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna throw it to you. That's all
you know what? You would be surprised. He's an islander, so he's kind of like, he's a mutt.
Ooh,
yeah.
Okay, Sarah, you better go, Sarah. Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah. But also, I like the islands,
Okay.
Now, Sarah, we gotta ask you, like,
it's the Porch
family. They gotta know, right? So obviously you have, and you're in an active relationship, obviously in the industry. Obviously, we know you can separate the two, right? But how does that work though? Like, give us some insight of like how you can like kind of separate the two from like your work and from like your intimate relationship. Because obviously those two are different, but they are kind of similar, right? So give us some insight to that.
Super easy for me. And I know it's not easy for everybody, and not everybody's cut out for this. I fully get it. But sex to me is like a massage. Like, you don't fall in love with your masseuse. Like, you're like, oh my God, thank you. You did such a great job. I'm so appreciative of the last hour and a half we just had together. But then you go home and you get your back rubbed by your man, or your foot rubbed by your man, or whatever. It's like different, I literally think of sex as like a service. Like, it's something that feels really great and people are really good at it. There's some people that are really good at it. And if you can separate feelings from the service that's provided. That's the way I think about sex anyway.
Sarah, you are aware that you think like a man, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna make sure.
Absolutely.
This is 100% how men think. Like
1,000%.
I know.
1,000%.
It's like 95% of women, it's extremely hard for them to separate sex from emotions. It's like soon as you like, they might say that they're cool with just messing around, but once they get into the flow of that, you start catching feelings. Like it happens because, again, I mean, we get it. Like we talked about energy earlier. When you have sex with somebody, you're literally transferring energy in a physical way. You're touching, you're talking, or you're communicating. Like I can get why you would catch feelings, but maybe for you, since it's your actual career, you're looking at it from like, this is a job. Like, it's not like I'm out here just like having sex with these people just because like I'm like super into them. I'm making money. Like,
you know what? There's nothing wrong with being super into somebody. That doesn't mean you have to have a relationship either. Like, that's one of those things, like, as far as like catching feelings, I catch feelings for people, and they're the feelings of like, I'm so appreciative that you gave me that orgasm and you did such a good job. And then I don't have to talk to you for a month or two or whatever. Like, I'm so appreciative that you're in my life and that you're in the position that you're in, that I can call you every 2 or 3 months and have you service me. Thank you. You know, like that's the kind of vibe that I'm on, you know?
but look, you want to go first or what?
Well, I'm just gonna say, shout out to your partner. It's just the level of security that brother has.
Yeah.
For you to have that type of thought process, because like, I mean, obviously it's your job, but like hearing what you say, of course your partner can give you orgasms, right? But sometimes are you just kind of like looking for it from somebody else?
Absolutely. And you know, like my partner is not just to give me orgasms though. Like we're building together.
True. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing with a partner. Like we had this whole conversation about the word partner, and it's like, you know, when somebody is more than like a sexual partner, they're like a life partner.
Yeah.
Like you guys are making decisions and like doing things and stuff, you know, that has nothing to do with sex. That is like, it's kind of like holds more weight than sex. Like I can have sex with anybody, but like build some shit, I can't build some shit with anybody.
That's deep right here.
I feel that.
Damn, hold on. The whole podcast just changed right now. But go ahead.
I was gonna say, Sarah, so can your guy kind of do his thing too?
Absolutely. And to be honest with you, we had to have a couple conversations, because I was like, look, if you're not doing your thing, I can't be doing my thing, because you're going to
real. Okay.
I'm like, you're going to make me feel guilty about doing my thing. So I'm going to need you to go out and do some things.
Sarah, like, please go sleep with somebody else for my sake.
Several, please catch up, play some catch up and do the things.
Real.
Yeah, I was like, don't fake me out on this, okay?
That's wild. You real, because all you had to say was I had to slow down to let him catch up. So okay, I feel that. I feel that. Yeah. It's open. It's open.
All right. So let me ask you this: like, do you have a conversation with your man before you go, you know, have sex with somebody else? Like you at home, like, hey, Alexandro.
Or do they debrief about it?
Don't worry about fixing dinner tonight. I'm actually going to go over to David's house. He's going to have a little threesome just for fun. I'll probably be home in the morning. Do your thing.
No, we don't talk about it unless it's necessary, because we both feel like we can trust each other to just do our thing. We're both the same age. We've lived this whole life all by ourselves. And I can trust him to do his thing, and he's going to trust me to do my thing. And then, you know, we come together. If something happens and I called him like in the middle of it or vice versa, it's just like, nah, babe, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like
now's not a great time.
Like Sarah, like imagine Sarah getting back shots and then her, hey baby, let me call you back. Like,
tomorrow would be better.
You dinner came and answered a call. I think you gotta just hope it ain't no emergency at that point.
Right. Like honestly, I would prefer just to be like, ignore the phone, like decline, but then you have to worry, like, is it an emergency or something? You know, so you're like, is everything cool? Okay, cool, I'm busy right now, I'll hit you tomorrow.
do you think you would get jealous if I know you say you don't really have no jealousy in you or whatever, but like if you did call your man and he answered the phone while he was having sex and you could just clearly hear and know that that's happening, do you think internally you would get a little jealous though?
Not at all. We came really close to that recently, and no, I was like, oh my God, why'd you answer the phone? Don't answer the phone. I was like, pay the situation the attention it's due. Call me later. God damn it, don't answer the phone now.
Damn, Bolo, he got in trouble for answering the phone when his girl called. Why? Because he was fucking somebody else. She got mad at her man for interrupting his sexual experience with another woman for her.
Like,
I'm mind blown right now.
Disrespectful to the other woman. Like, no, like
you are a unicorn.
Later, tomorrow in the morning or whatever. Yeah, it's fine.
I gotta tell somebody, like, you are a unicorn. This is Bolo. Can you jump in? I need a 2-minute break. Like, I'm confused right now.
I'm just lost for words. This is insane. But I think it just goes back to just being a super secure person.
Super secure.
Like when I think about just every scenario that you just said, playing it out in my life.
Oh, shit, that's got the chill.
Hell no. I'm like, and I feel like I'm a secure guy, but when I hear your scenario, I'm like, I still got some work to do. You know what I mean? So
I am secure in my appearance. I'm secure in my performance. I am secure in my character. And you just hope that the person that you choose is also secure in all those things.
That's real. And that's a full circle moment, because keeping it a buck, Sarah, right? Ain't too many guys, probably no guys. He probably in the
one
hundredth of a percentile, you know what I'm saying, as far as kind of allowing stuff like that to play out, right? Just talking about guys, right? So sometimes guys gonna do what they want to do, right? But the ego in us, though, won't allow our woman to go do it. You know what I'm saying? So to have that balance, for him to understand what, she's doing, and obviously he's doing what he's doing, it just kind of
so you're right. But also, he's been watching me do what I'm doing for about 24 years.
What you been doing, Sarah?
But so that's my next question. Does that give you like an excuse, though? Like, would you be doing it if you wasn't in the industry? Would you be open to doing that?
I think that anybody that's a true fan of mine realizes that I am the same person on and off camera. The reason why I'm on camera is because I was like this off camera.
Got you.
You are a unicorn, because like we told you before, we've had other like people from the industry on here, and they've given us information about like other women. There's a lot of women in the industry apparently who don't love sex the way that you do, and they're literally there to they'll go do it and then they'll leave, and you can, like, it's just all acting. It's fake moans, it's fake everything. I hear that there's oftentimes the women will stand on set and wait for the guy to get hard, like make him get himself hard.
So upsetting. I'm a producer and a director too. And when I cast talent that's occurring, which is most of the time, it's like super upsetting for me. Like,
most of the time that's happening nowadays.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. You're about to have sex with them.
I just want to say it here now. I blame it on erectile dysfunction medication. Because if you needed to create charisma and create like chemistry between the two of you, you wouldn't have these like situations, but since you can just shoot up your dick or take a pill, you don't care if she's turning you on or not, and she doesn't need to turn you on.
So it's not a connection no more between the two,
and there's doesn't need to be, because they just like take a pill or shoot their dick up, and that's not the way that I learned how to have sex, and that's not the way that I learned how to perform.
When did that change?
When I started performing, it like maybe my 4th or 5th scene, I had sex with somebody that was on Viagra, and I was like, why doesn't his dick work normal? And the guy that I was talking to, like, he was kind of like a mentor at the time. I was like, what just happened? Like, this guy lasted way too long. Like, I know how to take down dicks, and that one did not go down. And this guy was like, oh, he took this like Viagra thing. I was like, oh, I'd heard about that. This is the beginning of time. So I'm like, oh, I'd heard about that. But like, I remember this guy just being like abnormally hard. And like, I'm like, I know what I'm doing with a dick. And that was weird. And he was like, yeah, he took a Viagra. And so, it started like at the beginning of my career, but then it's gone on and on to the point now, especially with all the content creators, like, people just find the easy way out. It's just like, the people that instead of going to the gym, they go get lipo. It's like literally the easy way out. Like, let's just make sure we take a pill or shoot our dick up so that way, the scene goes well. But I get it, because they don't know who they're working with or like what kind of chemistry they're going to have. But when I started, I was of the mindset that I was going to create the chemistry, And I think that is something that has been lost over time, need and the desire to create the chemistry that is required to create a passionate product.
That's interesting.
Right.
And you mentioned creating chemistry. Obviously, you're great at what you do, been doing it for a long time, but every man is different. Every woman's different. Everybody gets turned on by different things. Everyone has different things that makes them feel good. So like you might do one thing to somebody last week, last scene, and they absolutely love it. They're turned on by it, but that same thing doesn't work with this next man or next woman. I guess how do you personally learn your partner? Is it a conversation prior, or are you just kind of trying the different things and kind of seeing reaction? How does that work for you?
If a conversation happens, that's great. But I come from a different generation and a different time where maybe having conversations occurred less frequently and you had to be more intuitive, and I got a short list of tricks, and I'm very intuitive and I pay attention to my partner. I listen to them. I hear what they're saying. I hear their moans. I see their physical reactions, and then like I make adjustments based on that. Like I can like touch a dick and tell if that dick likes the way that I'm touching it. And I just think you have to be like in tune and like responsive to each other.
What do you, I mean, for the ladies who listening, for all the people who trying to learn, like when you say you can touch it and know what's going, like you're that, it's almost like a sport, like a science at this point, is what I'm hearing from you. It's like,
It's a skill. I would say it's a skill.
interesting. Do you think
Wow.
most ladies in the industry have that or no? Like have that skill or have that ability to be able to just like,
I would like, it's a skill that you have to want to have. So it's like, I feel like 40% of the girls probably have it. 40% of the performers probably have it, where they really enjoy sex enough to pay attention to what their performer needs, what their other performer needs.
Mm.
that's interesting, Bolo. I mean, I definitely feel you, like you said, on just trying to do it, make it more natural, with everything. I mean, you even mentioned like, hey, like go to the weight room. You know what I'm saying? Like the more natural stuff is, just being real, and no shade to people who, surgery, whatever, like whatever, that's cool. But just in general, the more natural the whole experience is, I think the more just better and realistic that everything is. But I will say this, there is a lot of pressure on men. I've said this before, to like perform. And it's like, okay, let's say you do get hard, cool, but you're having sex with Sara Jay, who's a vet. She might she know, like you said, what you're doing.
How?
It might be a 1-2 minute session. Now the whole camera crew's like, damn, bro, like we got to sit here and wait. And so
But this
that's
is
tough.
also my job. Like, I need to know that you're a little bit nervous and that you're a fan, and this is you're feeling like a little like concerned about this scene, because I can do what I can do to control you as well.
Hold on, time out. So you
We
saying
gotta look deep into that.
yeah, let's stay on his. You have the ability to not make your man, the man you sleeping with, come.
Huh?
Absolutely. Of
Stop
course.
playing, Sarah.
Of course.
How?
Well, the thing is like, if I know that you're going to be sensitive, and I know that you're like, maybe I know that either A, you're like a little bit sensitive and you might come early, or your dick is like very hard and very excited, or B, the other way around, like you're going to need more encouragement to get your dick hard and to keep your dick hard and to actually come. I need to know like which path to take, and I need to know like how to handle your dick, like because of that. And so if you're like the excited type where your dick is like really, really hard and you're going to come like any second, I need to like let you edge, and just like have like a good time with it, but then also like let go and maybe just like
Got
not
you.
be so like intense on it. um like there's like many different things that I know will get the job done, and there's many different things that are just what I consider in my mind like just playing around with your dick. And maybe I'll go back and forth and I'll like do a couple of things that are like really exciting, and then I'll do like a couple of things that are just like silly and fun and might feel good. And then if it's the other situation where you might not get hard, or you're concerned about coming, I might have to focus on all of those tricks and skills that I have to keep you focused and entertained and here with me so that we can keep going in this like forward motion of like come, if that makes any sense.
Damn.
You a bad woman, boy. Like you a bad boy. What you thinking right now, Bolo? What's going through your head? You got that look in your eye. What's going through your brain now?
This like the college, like the university of like sex right now. Like we getting a full tutorial of just everything.
This isn't even 101. This is like 301.
Yeah, like we next level. Like
we skipped the whole
we way past
requisites
that
and went straight to it.
We way past that. Now I want to ask you this before we move on, because it's been heavy on my brain. You mentioned in the industry now, it's kind of like more transactional now, where it's kind of like boom, boom, right?
Very.
But you also mentioned that you want to, obviously get back to a point where it's more, a little bit more, I guess what's the word I'm looking for? Intimate, natural, sensual, like kind of that motion. But how do you, I guess I'm thinking in my head, like it's a job. So I'm gonna pop a pill, get my dick hard, boom, 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 boom. And then now when I go home to the woman that, I'm in love with or I'm dating, now I'm making love to her, right? So it kind of sounds like to me, like you want to get back to essentially, obviously you're not in love with the person, but when you think about sensual and kind of deeper connection, it's kind of like making love, right? So do you care if that meshes with like what your regular sex life is like? You know what I'm saying?
So it's interesting that you say that because I think that your perception is very correct. People are like, I'm going to work, I'm gonna pop a pill, I'm gonna give this work my best, and then I'm gonna go home and fuck my lady on some natural shit.
Right.
And that's cool. And I get that. That's actually just not the way that I work. And I get that people do work like that. That's cool. But for me, I want to make every sexual experience that I have like special. Like I want to do the best that I can do. Excuse me. So sorry.
You good.
I want to do the best that I can do for that sexual experience. So for me, the division is not whether it's like fake chemistry or real chemistry. For me, the division is past the sex. It's like, okay, after the sex, now what do we do? That's where my division is. So everybody has like a little line for themselves as to like what they consider like work and what they consider like personal and how they want to handle those things. And many people, there's nothing wrong with it. Everybody has their different lines and different spaces. And many people are just like what you said, like I'm gonna go to work, I'm gonna pop this pill, I'm gonna do the best I can. And then I go home, fuck my lady on some natural shit. But me personally, like I'm trying to have a really great time, like right now at like 10 a.m. in the morning. I just got my makeup done. I look really cute. You look really nice. And we got this big, sexy mansion house. And like, let's do it. Let's like do it the best of our ability, And I know not everybody's like that, but that's what I come to the table with,
That's kind of cool.
Like my line is more like after sex, where it's like, what are we going to do with your mom? Like, what are we going to do with my mom? Like, are we building a business together? Like, are we buying houses together? Are we buying property together? Are we spending like quality time together, on the weekends and when we're off work? Like, are we going out to dinner? Like I want to like do all this other shit with my partner. And sex is just like one aspect of mine and my partner's relationship.
Sex for her is like going to the bar with the fellas. It's like, what I'm saying? Like it's just like something.
I would think of it as a massage. It's like let's go get our toe or like a pedicure or something like a service. Like let's go get our toes.
Take care of you.
Yeah. Damn. That's kind of
cool.
I mean, based upon your philosophy and your relationship, I don't think y'all gonna ever break up. Cause like the two main factors that most couples break up is infidelity and money. You don't care about either. You got your own money. Y'all have an open relationship. He can fuck who he want. You can fuck who you want. I mean, shit. Like unless y'all just get bored of each other, there's really nothing No way.
Right.
I mean, so I'm gonna congratulate you right now. Congratulations on
Thank
finding the
you.
man of your life
On
and
forever.
forever. I don't know if you plan on if you want to get married and make it legal, but you guys are married now, and I'm gonna
Yes.
congratulate you here on the show.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. I kind of feel the same way. Like we can't really go wrong. Like how can we fuck this shit up? I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see what happens, but I don't really see us fucking it up too bad. Like how you gonna fuck it up?
Perfect
Damn.
situation.
All right. Before we move on to our next segment.
Yeah.
So can you, I guess, love a guy if he doesn't fuck good?
Ooh.
Okay, that is a very interesting question. You can love people, of course. I love all kinds of people in all different kinds of ways. You know, I love my mom, I love my dad, I love friends. I have very, very, very close friends, men and women, that I love in many different ways. And I feel that like there's a lot of different kinds of love. But in order to be my partner, I definitely need you to like have good sex too.
Mm.
Because if not, then it falls into one of those other categories of love, like a close relative. And that's fine, or a close friend, and that's fine. And I have close friends and I have close relatives. But my partner needs to fulfill that as well. Sex.
And I've asked you this before, but refresh our memory. What is that for you? What is good sex for you? Is it a lot within the foreplay? Is the size matter that much for you? Is it? I'm sure it's a little bit of everything, but like, what's the most important part of good sex for Sara Jay?
The most important part is like a partner who is like putting effort into it. Like I need my partner to like try to make me come, try to have good sex, try to please me, and I will do the same, like I am very reciprocal. So I need you to like put effort into it. Like if you can put like as much effort as possible, you will be rewarded.
The harder you work, the harder she gonna work.
Hey, absolutely, absolutely. And I work really hard if you didn't see my work before.
You work hard. So what the people see on the tape is lit like that. That's an inside look of what they see in your household.
Absolutely, absolutely. Except the
Wow.
lights are off and I don't have makeup on, but yeah.
She like it pitch black in there, Bolo. Pitch black. She don't want to see shit.
Like, you know what? I usually light like a colored light. Like there'll be like blue or purple in there.
Oh yeah. Really setting the mood.
Smoke your
Yeah.
weed, turn the blue light on, just kind of get the mood set.
Set
You
the
already know the
vibe.
vibes.
Damn.
Yeah, that's kind of hard, man. Hey, you a different breed, man. Right now, I ain't gonna lie to you. I've learned a lot, but I learned a lot. Moving on to another topic before we transition to our final segment. Fetishes. I feel like fetishes is something that has got real big in the industry and just in general over the last few years in terms of conversations. Two questions. Number one, what is Sara Jay's fetish, or do you have one? And then number two, what's the craziest fetish that someone has requested from you in real life?
Oh, that's funny. Okay, so cream pies is my thing. Like I love a cream pie. There's really not much more that gets me really excited than a cream pie. I also love pigtails. I really love women, like adult women, like full grown, like milfy, curvy women with pigtails. That's very exciting. Because like I feel like once you're an adult and then you wear pigtails, oh, you're definitely fun. Like that is like an extreme like excitement for me. If I see like a full grown like 35-year-old woman with pigtails, I'm like,
oh my gosh.
yeah, no, she's a good time. That girl is a good time. So like pigtails are a big thing, but like cream pies is like a huge thing for me. Like I just love cream pies.
Oatmeal cream pies. Okay.
Yeah. And what was the other thing that you asked me? I got sidetracked when I started thinking about pigtails and cream pies. I'm like, oh
sweating now. Your shirt poking out for some reason. All types of going on. I asked you what has been the craziest fetish that someone has requested from you in real life, not in work.
Okay, so
life.
to feed them their own cum that they saved in a jar. Yeah.
You answer
Yeah.
that real quick.
Sure. Okay. That's fine. Right. I might not come back, but it's cool. I'll do it. Sure. And that's interesting. I've never done that before.
So
That's the way I feel about
just for clarity. So like, all right,
Fuck me up.
so you pull up to their crib, or they pull up to your crib, whatever. Y'all talking, y'all vibing. Y'all start to do the do.
Yeah, I pulled up to his crib and he was like, I got something dirty I want to talk to you about. I was like, tell me. In the refrigerator. I'm like, there's a jar. I'm like, I've been saving it. I want you to feed it to me. I'm like, oh, can do that. Doesn't turn me on at all. But I can provide that. And
So this
I'll
actually happened?
Yeah,
This is real
and
life.
I will
This is
also
real.
yes, real stuff. And I'm not gonna make you feel weird about it. Like, you didn't come here to feel weird. I didn't come here for you to feel weird. But also at the same time, like, I might not come back because I may not enjoy that so much. You know what I'm saying? But we'll do it and it's cool. And I got to do something I never done before, and that's fine also. But also, maybe next time I might be a little busier.
Maybe.
Damn.
Dang, so she like, I'm trying to like, she just dug her fingers in the jar and was like,
No, like, okay, it was a spoon.
oh shit.
That's fucked up.
If that's what you want, I can do it. It's fine. I mean,
You a real one. And I like how you casually just told us that like you wasn't fucking with that shit and that made you uncomfortable, but you said that in the most polite and casual way.
yeah.
You want
Like,
to
I
please
mean,
him.
we don't have to like get all our panties in a bunch about it, but also I just probably won't come back.
Yeah. Hey,
Facts.
two things can be true. It's all good. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Okay, cool. Now, thanks for being so transparent with that. Let me ask you this. So, transition a little bit here. With the explosion of like OnlyFans and really just the internet in general over the years, right? And just the access to all the adult film has gone crazy. And you earlier, you were talking and you said content creators with the quotes. I gotta ask you this: like, have these changes in as far in terms of OnlyFans and internet in the industry, has it forced you to be more creative when it comes to creating your own content and be able to maintain, I guess, the excitement of your audience, so to speak?
Honestly, probably it should have. But I guess because I'm at an age where I don't feel like I need to compete. And also, yeah, no, I like that kind of sums it up. I just don't feel like I need to compete. I just I don't feel like I'm in the running with all these other content creators that are being like so creative and doing like all this extra shit. I'm like,
Yeah.
I just don't feel like I need to do that. Yeah, I've done that already on camera, like on DVDs and VHS tapes and stuff.
Facts. And that's
Yeah, like a lot of the content I create is just to like please the fans that I have, and I'm not trying to do like crazy shit to get like clickbait and stuff. I'm just trying to like, give my fans what they want.
right. That's real. Because that was going to be our next question as far as obviously Gen Z, obviously the newer generation of film stars, coming at us pretty strong and obviously by the masses as well. How do you, obviously compete with that or, find a way to continue to get creative. But you say you do what you do though, so it don't even matter.
Yeah, like I don't even feel like I need to compete. Like I just like to see all these people doing their thing, and the thought that I may have inspired them 10 years ago is kind of hot, It's
Yeah.
cool.
Facts.
Yeah.
Damn.
I love that, man. That's real.
Now besides the
we all thinking right.
Now, besides like the pills, right? I know you said that was something that, has been introduced to the industry that, you really don't appreciate. Besides that, what else, as far as evolution, right, has changed about the porn industry?
I mean, obviously technology. Like when I started, we were doing VHS tapes and film cameras.
Facts.
Also, the rates have changed a little bit. Like men, finally, their rates kind of came up and got a little closer to women's rates, which I think is very important. They're like the difference between like, a woman's rate and a man's rate were like here. And now they're They're like a lot closer than they used to be.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Also, you know, I hate to even have to talk about it, but this whole like interracial situation. Yeah, like when I first started, girls got paid more to have sex with Black men.
Yeah.
And yeah, we kind of did away with that, thank fucking God. It only took, 20 years of my 24 years, for
Right.
that to happen. But yeah, there's been some changes, and they're very small, and they're very, they seem insignificant, but when you look at a 24-year period, there's been some decent changes. Yeah.
Damn. So would you say the game is in a good place? Are you guys progressing the way you guys should be, or is it in a regressive state?
Plenty of people are going to argue with me, but those people have not been in the industry as long as I have. And yes, over 24 years, we are in a very slow progression.
That's good. That's good. I mean, baby steps.
Baby, and you know what it is? It is baby steps, and but they're baby steps in the right direction, and that's the only thing that we can do.
Love it. Love it.
There it is. There it is, Bolo.
And you're gonna be on the Mount Rushmore of it when it's all said and done.
Yes, of course.
I'm asking straight up, like, are you the greatest to ever do it?
Yeah.
Pop it, let them know. Woo!
I have talked to some homies,
Go on the
just
show.
conversation, and your name often gets brought up as like they
In the
favorite
conversation. Absolutely.
I appreciate that. I'm authentic, and I do what I love, and I love what I do. So that's the only thing that I can really stand by.
Do you got like a sprinkle of black mixed in you, or are you 100% like white?
I'll be honest with you, I might be the whitest person you've ever met.
It's funny. It's funny. It's just the way like certain slang you use, obviously the hair, like your tone. It just there's certain sprinkles that I can just tell you've been around a lot of brothers. I can just tell.
I have. I'm not just like, just like,
hanging out, like not even on the just chilling.
I'm also pretty worldly, like not just like the culture and the Black community, but like I travel a lot. I meet a lot of different people from like all over. But I found like a home in the Black community, and I really appreciate all the warm like welcoming that I've had, and that's great. But yeah, I'm super duper white. Like I'm very, very white. I got married when I was 19. My husband was Black, and I grew up in an all white neighborhood. I'm super white, all white neighborhood. But I've always been enamored with the culture. You can call me culture vulture if you like. There's plenty of things that people would like to say about me, and that's fine. Like it is what it is. But like I am what I am. I can't change it. Like this is who I am. I like to braid my hair because my hair is super duper curly and it gets all over the place. I just came back from the island and this shit's like so when I'm out there on the boat and like I braid my hair up because it's crazy, and there's really just not a better way to handle it than braids.
Facts.
And as far as like all the other stuff, like I've just I'm 46. I'll be 47 this year.
Are you young?
Hip-hop turned 50. So I grew up with hip hop. Like hip hop was like some new shit to me when I was a kid because it was some new shit.
Facts.
So yeah, between like just being a part of the culture in that way and being like, what is this new stuff? Like it's not that I'm like biting off of it. It's just that this was the new shit when I was a kid. Like literally when I was a kid, it was like, what is this Run DMC and these Beastie Boys? And then I just stuck with it like the whole time. And I got married at 19 and my husband was Black. And I've always like hung out with a very diverse group of people, not just Black people, but like even in my crew, Wide Side, which is my production company, we have a Ukrainian, we have a Venezuelan, we have a Cuban, we have an Argentinian, like we have like all the different flags of the world, I don't really think too much about it, and I accept everybody for the type of person that they are. Yeah.
That's real spit.
I wonder if just like subconsciously, like just the fact that you grew up with like an all white neighborhood. Like you say, you say I'm the whitest of whites. Like that's all you was around for so many years. I wonder if
I had
once
to
you
see
become an adult, did that kind of make you just more curious about other cultures and people?
absolutely. You nailed it. It made me super curious and also made me seek people that didn't look like me. Like
Mhm.
when you grow up and everybody around you looks like you and they act like you, and although they didn't really act like me, but like everybody acts the same, like it's just like what else is out there? Like I
Right.
remember being super curious about just um like honestly, even like Sesame Street was like urban kids. Like there's some like little Mexican kids on there, and there's some
Mm,
like I didn't even know those kind of kids. And then they play it in an urban setting with like fire hydrants and like a tire. And
wow.
I grew up in the suburbs, so like I was always like super curious about what else is out there. And
That
I
makes
think
sense.
a lot of people are like that when they grow up in a place that's like all the same, like same, same, same. You either go one way or the other. You either want to stay the same with just the same people that you always grew up with and that you were comfortable with, or you're like, what else? And I think we've all had bad experiences with white people, maybe. I'm just guessing.
I've had a
And
couple.
so you're just like, there's got to be something else out there.
Mm,
you
that's
know?
real.
That's different.
Damn.
Yeah.
I like that perspective. Now you said something right that stuck out to me. You said hip hop, right? So
Uh-oh.
it's only right for us to ask you, Kendrick Lamar or Drake. Talk to
Oh,
us.
it's so hard. It's so hard. Because I've been talking about this, like, I think we all been talking about this like nonstop, right?
Yeah.
And I listened to Peter Rosenberg on the Levitard show
Yeah.
recently. And he he's very Kendrick, but he made some very good points. Kendrick is like for the people and for progression, and he speaks about things that matters, and he speaks about things that are very important to society and important to community, and what he says is very fucking important.
Yeah.
Drake, on the other hand, he fucks with our emotions. Drake, as a lyricist, always says shit that's like super real that we can all relate to on a level that we don't want to admit. And I think that both of those artists are very, 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 very talented. And I think they both appeal to different things in all of us. So I can't really pick one or the other. Although I would say that like because Drake speaks to our emotions, I would not want to be on Drake's bad side because he will hurt my feelings. Like I feel like if I was the target of Drake beef, like I might cry.
I feel that. I feel
Drake
that.
Drake be saying some really, really hurtful things that like even when I hear them, I'm like, oh, that
That's real.
hurt.
That's real. Kendrick Lamar crazy too, but in my opinion, I'll just go ahead and state the facts. I feel like the media has given Drake a harder time, and obviously the media is saying that Kendrick Lamar essentially is
Won
somebody
the battle.
won,
Yeah.
won the battle, right?
Right.
But I will say, from a totality piece, I think Kendrick Lamar is a great lyricist. Like he got a couple great albums that he's put together. He's a consistent rapper, right? But when you look at the two artists, though, I think Drake, and I'll say it, has progressively moved hip hop a little bit more than Kendrick Lamar.
Interesting. I respect that.
I don't know if moved is the word that I would choose, but I will say that I feel like Drake has touched more people than Kendrick Lamar has. You have to be a certain level of intelligence to even understand what Kendrick is saying.
Right. Just off the
That's
bat,
true
you gotta
too.
yeah.
But
You gotta be
Drake,
tapped
because
in.
he appeals to our emotions and our feelings, which we all have, no matter how dumb you are or how intelligent you are. Whereas Kendrick, you have to be like a certain level of intelligence to appreciate him.
That's true.
Facts.
And
Very
Drake
true.
has tapped into so many different just genres of
Yeah,
music,
right,
and
right.
he'll sing to you, rap to you, this. So he, naturally I do agree that he's touched more or a wider audience in that realm. To answer the question though, too, I would say I do think Kendrick won the battle in terms of like when I think about a rap battle, I think about who's saying the meanest shit in the most creative way. And I think Kendrick got the edge on that, but I don't like how the media's making it seem like
Drake didn't
Drake
do
got his
anything.
ass kicked. Like
Right.
Drake
He held his own.
dropped some bangers. And I think Drake has the one, like if I had to pick the one best song from the whole beat, I think Family Matters, in my
Family
opinion,
Matters is stupid.
the best song out of all
Out of all of them. I agree.
I mean,
That's why you my dog. I agree 100%, bro. And also too,
Drake knows how to make a hit. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Drake knows how to make a hit. I really enjoy listening to Kendrick. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
I really
for
enjoy
sure.
listening to Kendrick, but I feel that there's a portion of hip hop listeners that need a dictionary when he is rapping.
facts.
Yeah.
Mind you, I feel like he was also touching a lot of other things besides Kendrick in those arguments. You know what I mean? The Rick Ross, you know, shit. Like he was touching on a lot of different things. So he was going against
So
3 or
it's
4 people
Drake,
at
the
one
Dave
time.
Free stuff, you know, and talking
Dave
about the
Free.
questioning the validity of his paternal, you know, son.
You don't know about that. That's true.
Yeah.
That is true, man. I love it. Okay, so moving on to our final segment. This is real kind of quick hitter vibes, but we have a new segment called Plead the Fifth. So we have a list of questions here for you, and you have 2 options. You either answer the question or you say, I plead the fifth. The only caveat is you only have 2 total plead the fifths throughout the totality of our questions, and you don't know how many questions we're going to ask. So you kind of got to just make a choice. You don't know what the next question is going to be. So you only got 2 plead the fifth you can do. You got to answer the rest.
Okay.
All right. Bolo, you want me to start? You want to start? Let me know right now.
I'll kick it off. Okay. Name someone in the adult industry who you don't like and tell us why.
Brian Pumper.
Ooh, Brian Pumper. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us why.
He did a lot of dirty shit with like testing and stuff, which is the integrity of our industry, you know, like part of the reason why we can perform the way that we perform without condoms is because we get tested. And it's a very strict like situation of us getting tested, but also nobody checks it. You're supposed to check each other's tests. And he was, you know, working with girls that were getting tested. So that was like a shitter. And then like when I expressed the fact that I didn't really like him, he kept on showing up on sets that he wasn't invited to. And we had to keep on having him escorted off the set.
Damn.
Wow.
Sound like a little creep, little weirdo a little bit. All right.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. All right. Next one. I'm gonna switch it up a little bit because you in a relationship now, so I gotta switch it up a little bit. Okay. Name one celebrity who you would love to sleep with. One celebrity who you've never been with, who you would love to sleep with.
Serena Williams.
Wow.
Serena Williams.
Yeah. I got like
Wouldn't have guessed that.
Huh?
I said I wouldn't have guessed Serena Williams. Why you say that?
She's thick and tall and strong, and she got a pretty smile.
Oh, she said she's in.
Williams bad.
Chocolate. Look at Sarah. Look at Sarah. Buying her lip and everything. Damn.
Dang.
Slow down now. We still live, Sarah. We still live. Dang. I love it.
You seen her thighs? Good God.
You said who?
Her thighs. Have you seen her?
Yeah. She's strapped. She's strapped up. She definitely strapped up. Okay. All right. Next question. Who was the latest star athlete to slide in your DMs?
I don't have Instagram.
Ooh.
Oh no, you got Twitter.
Ooh.
Look
my
at you.
DMs on Twitter are closed. They're only for like, people who I follow.
Oh,
she got a little way out. She got a little way out.
Savvy.
Pass.
Oh, okay. I guess we'll give her a pass on that, Bolo, I guess.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Best sex you've gotten from a celebrity who's not in the industry was from who?
I cannot say.
Plead.
So it's you pleading the fifth?
Absolutely plead the fifth.
Hey, I love how she started like her child energy came out. She started playing with her like
It was
fingernails and like her face got a
Yeah.
little red.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll bounce to the next one. What's one unique trait about you that people may consider weird?
That I'm weird.
Like
No,
fucking it.
specifically, I'm very childlike in a lot of ways. Like, I play a lot. Like I play with like Lego and I have action figures and I really like art a lot. And yeah, I just try to like have fun and play a lot.
You
That's
got
what's
action
up.
figures? You probably can't do it today because your camera's stuck. We might have to do a little tour one of these days and look through the art and everything. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
got Transformers in the house, Bolo, and all Power Rangers, everything in here. Okay, next one. What is your personal favorite adult film category to watch yourself?
I don't watch porn.
Whoa.
Isn't that wild? Isn't that wild? I just make it.
You don't support the industry that you in.
But no, I don't actually. I'm only by making new fantasies.
Do you
I
watch
guess
yourself?
I guess it would be IR, like I hate that term, but like I prefer watching people that don't look alike have
Yeah.
sex. That's I prefer watching people that don't look alike have sex. So
So you don't care about the setting, or you don't care if it's like massage or MILF or
no, I
this
just
or
want them to like want to fuck each other and not look the same. Like don't look like you're related.
that's real. Basic.
You big on that. You big on that. Look, yeah.
Yeah. It's like
So no, Bolo asked you a question. I don't know if you heard him. So you don't watch your own films like of you?
no, I mean if I have to edit them, there's that.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Mm.
Damn.
Ooh, that's interesting. So you don't even know how great you are.
I can feel it.
That's some real GOAT energy right there. That is some GOAT energy though.
I
Like we
can
being
feel it.
that's
I can
wow.
feel it.
That's hey look, I ain't even gotta watch film, coach. Just put me in the game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do my thing.
Feedback and stuff, like to me, the sexual experience is more important than the performance. So if I am with you and I see your eyes rolling back in your head and you're biting your lip, then I'm good. Who the fuck cares what they say?
Thanks.
What's the best? This isn't part of the question. This is just a part of this discussion.
Yeah.
What's the best verbal response you've gotten post sex?
Ooh.
Post sex, probably just like speechlessness, like when they're like laid out and all wet and sweaty and just can't say nothing. That's the best.
No
Yeah.
words needed. No words
Yeah.
needed.
Crazy.
Okay. All right, Bolo. You next, Bolo. Number.
Okay.
You see it? Yep.
This is it, number 7. Cool. Yep. So, okay. Who makes the best sex partners?
Ooh.
I don't know. Do I have a multiple choice? No.
You got now. You know what? Make her pick it. I like it this way. We could give you some choices. I rather we put the pressure on you. You got to pick it.
I feel it.
And
keep it real. This is the porch.
Right. Single black males from New York.
From New York. That's hella specific.
New York. I like the specificness.
Yeah.
The East Coast.
Black.
So you like dudes who be wearing them Tims,
little
coats.
A little accent.
A little rough. I just need to be a little rough. Just a little bit. Just tiny little rough.
So you like your neck getting grabbed a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit. Okay.
Damn.
Yeah.
New York.
And also go away when I'm done, please.
Right. Don't be clingy, all that. You ain't with that cuddling at the end.
Get off
Shit.
of
You
me.
out. Get out.
It's called posting up.
You really one of the guys right now. Like we really kicking
like
it.
We could hang with you on some just like what's good, sir? Like shake up with you, just like smoke one with you, play the game.
Cause
Like,
soon as you was like, shit, Serena Williams.
What you just said, that's my yes. Let's smoke one. Let's play the game. Let's watch the movie.
let's link up. Like
kicking it.
shit,
Boom.
let's go watch the fight.
So, soon as you said Serena Williams, I was like, hell yeah, I feel you. I was like, yeah. I was like,
Bolo, I'm putting Sarah in the group chat. Fuck it.
on live, look. She pulling up. Gotta pull up.
Tell your man you in the group chat. No funny business. We ain't trying to, we homies. We ain't, you know what I
Kicking
mean?
funny.
Okay. Okay. Here we go. Here's a good one. What makes you orgasm more, the rose or an actual partner, a human?
I mean, that not the rose.
Okay. No, but seriously, I heard the rose been doing some work. I'm hearing lately.
Yeah, no, I see it. I got one that's similar. It's all right, but it's kind of weird.
Okay.
Like no, I want a human.
You want that experience?
Yeah, like if I had my preference, I mean, I definitely want a human. Between the rose and a human, I want a human. But like, if I had my preference, I would have like a Hitachi and a human.
Break down the Hitachi real quick. We need a whole description. I don't know if you got one handy, so just give us what is a Hitachi?
It's like a 1970s back massager that plugs into the wall still, and you're like, why? Because it plugs into the wall.
Is the cord long though? If the cord ain't long enough, you're gonna be hanging off the edge of the bed to try to get the
extension cords. They sell them at Home Depot.
Okay, I'm making sure.
But like the thing is that like if you get something with batteries or something that charges as you use it, it's gonna degrade. Like it's gonna be like nah, and then it's gonna like. And so I want the Hitachi, and I wanted a real penis, and a girl also if I get my choice.
You are greedy, Sarah. You are greedy. You want the Hitachi. You want the penis inside. You want the girl on your face.
A girl on my face. Yeah, like if I had it, like my perfect scenario would be a dick, the Hitachi on my clit, and a girl on my face.
Do you know how to eat the cat though, Sarah? Because like eating the cat is something that us fellas like that's what we expertise in. Do you know how to eat the cat?
I'm amazing.
She probably gonna be better, bro, because she know exactly what she need to do because she coming from the same.
Yeah, but a lot of girls are not great at it. Like to be honest with you, a lot of girls are not great at it because they don't have the desire to make you come like a man does. But like you have to have like the drive and the motivation to make somebody want to come, and then also the skills. Yeah,
it's a job. Your whole shit should just be fucking.
I put my fingers in there, like all the things.
What's the level? So what level are you personally with the Hitachi? Is it?
Only one or two. They only have one or two. I'm on one.
She said the 70s.
Yeah,
right. Old school. That 70s show.
You know what? It's just they haven't really improved this because it's really the only one that plugs into the wall and it gives you constant current. Like it's like it doesn't fluctuate.
It probably take you about what 5 to 7 minutes to get to that point. You good?
34 seconds, maybe.
Whoa.
34 seconds. You are literally like you a guy. Like you literally like because usually it take women a little longer. Man, we can get it. We can get it going quick. You one of the fellas.
No, I ain't trying to fall in love. I need to just go to sleep. Come on
34 now. Seconds, Bolo Bands.
I feel
1, 2, 3, 4. 34. That quick.
Yeah, it's pretty quick.
She already did it.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I'm mind blown.
I'm mind blown. All right, last one, and we will end the show with this. If one of our viewers wanted to have a sex session with you, hypothetically, what's the route they should take? Please give them the step-by-step best route that would give them their best chances of even having that opportunity.
Oh, plead the fifth.
Oh, boom.
That's loud too.
Damn.
That was perfect. She played that smooth.
She played that smooth. Super savvy.
Yeah.
This ain't your first time. Okay. Well, Sarah, hey, as always, it's been a pleasure having you on. Like, I know we went a little longer, but with you, the conversation's so easy. We could have been on here for 3 hours and wouldn't even notice it. So we appreciate you again. Tell people right now where they can find you. Anything you want to promote, shout out. This is your time to do that.
Check me out, sarajlinks.com. And I have Sara Jay CBD if you're into CBD, want some massage oils and stuff like that. But Sara Jay Links has all the things, whether it's CBD, adult, social media, all the things.
There you go, y'all. Tap in, Bolo Band.
Tap in. We are the Porch Podcast. We did it again, man. We got the GOAT to pull up for the second time. Hey, everybody ain't doing that, man. But anywho, man, we appreciate the love, the support. Please like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend and tell a friend that we are the Porch. We ain't doing nothing but growing. Hey, just like her industry too, right? Baby steps. Baby steps. We'll take that. Take that. Hey, we understand that obviously the weeks are long and the years are short, but just make sure that the best you
is the best you, and we out. Peace.
And actually read, that was where it all began. Had to put in work, every day we got it in. We chased all our dreams and now they can't believe it. We make it look easy.